Hey everybody, it's Rod coming back at you with another video from the PhotoFair. Today I'm out in the garden, doing it vlog style because there's just too much COVID-19 activity in the house. Everybody's home, nobody wants to go out. Well, I'm gonna try and use this camera with this old vintage lens to get some decent shots somewhere in this garden. Probably going to be of flowers because my wife has got flowers planted everywhere out here. So let's give it a shot, see what happens with this old Super Rokkor 45 f2.8 from the late 40s, early 50s. Fun lens. I've got it on my EOS R here with a M-mount adapter and then another screw mount adapter because this is a Leica thread mount. And it's an adapter that allows you to do a macro, kind of a little 6mm in and out, to allow the lens to focus much closer than the 3.5 feet it originally could focus. So anyway, let's see what kind of shots we can get out here in the wife's garden with her roses and all that other stuff that we got going on out here. We'll give it a shot. Boy, I'm the worst vlogger ever, chopping my head off. Isn't that awesome? All right, let's see what can happen. Okay, so this is the adapter, and you can see, if I can get that close enough up, you can see it's got a little extra extension there, kind of like an extension tube, and that allows you to take these old screw mount lenses that generally only focus to about M mount lenses to about 2.5 feet, and like a thread mount lenses to about 3.5 feet, which is, I mean, 3.5 feet's like, you know, a meter, so that's not the best as far as close-ups are concerned. But with this thing can now focus much closer. Get about 7-8 inches away from the front of the lens, which can make for some interesting close-ups. And of course the f2.8 opening on the lens isn't super fast for a 45, but if we get up close we can still get some beautiful bokeh in the background. So we'll see how it works out. That's the little lens right there. You can pick these up for a couple $100 on eBay or at the camera shows like PhotoFair. Great lens. I'm very happy with this lens. So anyway, let's see what we can find out here with this thing. So we've got some flowers here. We got this guy over here. He's an interesting subject. Look at that guy. He's pretty cool. Let me move around here. It's called Maggie's Bridge because our old Sheltie, who's passed on, used to love sitting on that bridge. We got these characters here. They're pretty interesting. We got a fake mushroom and a real mushroom right back there. Those are some interesting targets. And probably find some other stuff in the yard here. Got some rocks on the ground. Up over here we got our little fountain that doesn't seem to be fountaining right now. We should be able to make a couple images out here as sort of COVID-19 restricted photographers, right? We'll see what we can pull off. Okay, so this shot, I'm not super happy with this one, but you know, the lens is sharp. You'll notice the foreground flower has got some pretty crisp edges up near the top of the flower. The lens can definitely make a beautiful sharp image, and the bokeh is smooth and beautiful. This particular shot is uninspiring. You know, don't even really like it, to be honest with you, but I want to take a picture of some of the flowers in the garden. Again, using a lens that really wasn't designed for this kind of work. This one here, the lens is magnificent. I mean, it really shines here. This is just a beautiful shot. I kind of got a little camera shake. That's on me. One of the reasons I'm really looking forward to the two new Canon cameras this summer, the R5 and the R6. They're going to have IBIS, in-body image stabilization, and that's going to help when using old lenses like this Super Rokkor 45. This lens is super sharp, but here there's a little bit of camera shake, and again, that's on me. I was at 100 ISO here. Later on, I had to step it up to 400 because I realized I was getting some camera shake, but I really love that bokeh. Look at that beautiful smooth bokeh, and where it needs to be sharp, it's tack sharp. All of these were shot wide open, by the way. This one stepped back a little bit. Got more of the whole, whatever that thing is. I guess that's supposed to be a turtle. And still the background is nicely out of focus, and the bokeh is pretty attractive, pretty pleasing overall. This 45 Super Rokkor, I mean, for a couple $100, what a cool lens. Here we got this guy. Now I was at 400 ISO here. This one is tack sharp. The lens is really, really sharp. And again, I'm wide open. I'm up close using that close focusing Leica M adapter and the screw mount adapter as well. That allows me to get much closer than you normally would. I want to make that clear. Close-ups like this with these old Leica screw mount lenses aren't possible unless you have an adapter that lets you put some extension out. And I was fully extended here for this one. So, but the lens, this shot really shows you just really what a wonderful lens this Super Rokkor lens is. It's just sharp, it's crisp, the bokeh's beautiful, it's a lovely lens. I don't want to get rid of that one ever. This shot here, I kind of missed the focus a little bit on the tip of the frog's nose, and a little too much depth of field. This is where that f2.8 just wasn't quite enough. I would have liked to have had that background a little more out of focus, but again, that's not the lens's fault. It is what it is. It's a 45 f2.8. So then I got the mushroom shot, moved in a little closer here. Again, the bokeh is nice on this lens. I really love this lens. I can't get enough of this little 45, and it's so tiny. So this is that mushroom I pointed out in the back there. I was kind of down on the ground to get this shot. It's not super tack sharp, a little bit of camera shake. That's, again, on me. EOS R5 coming soon. I'm going to get that, and we'll have this IBIS handling some of this for me. It was really dark in here, too. I mean, that's a real mushroom there, and mushrooms don't like bright light. So it was pretty dark back there. This is that statue, or the fountain, whatever. I take a lot of pictures of this thing to test lenses. But this one's razor sharp. The sun was shining on it, so it was bright and crisp. And this really shows how sharp this little lens is, especially when you zoom in up on her face where I was focused. What a great little lens. I highly recommend this 45-2.8 Super Rokkor. You can pick these up pretty cheap, a couple $100. And I got this one at the last PhotoFair that I was at. And but you can get them on eBay. It's a great lens, underrated lens, really. So this one suffers from a little camera shake. Again, that's on me. Won't have camera shake with my new R5 when it comes out. But I kind of like this. I was shooting it kind of almost into the sun. I wanted the sun to come through and light up this glass hummingbird feeder. And we've got some aberrations here or reflections because the lens is old. It's not multi-coated. And so, but I think it kind of gives the shot some character, actually. Those streaking kind of lights that you see, or that kind of whatever this is going on here, is really kind of cool. And I think it adds some character to the lens. Again, the camera shakes on me. This was my wife's honeysuckle. And again, look at the bokeh on this lens. It's beautiful. It's smooth. It's got a little bit of motion to it. I really like it. This lens is awesome. Here's the last shot here. Some flowers. These were up against a wooden fence. I got as close as I could with the lens and the macro focusing adapter. That fence is only about 1.5 feet behind the plant, but we managed to get it, out of focus enough to where it's just kind of a tan brown blur. So makes the flowers kind of pop. This wasn't my favorite shot. There's a little too many of those flowers together, but you can see again the lens performs well. It's sharp, it's crisp, and it's got beautiful smooth bokeh. I highly recommend the 45-2.8 Super Rokkor if you can find one. Again, camera shows like the PhotoFair or on eBay. You won't regret spending the money on this lens for what you get. It's beautifully made as well. Absolutely beautifully made. So, awesome lens. That's really all I got today, guys. We are going to have some up in the air issues with our shows this year due to the COVID-19. So we're still hoping that we can do Portland in September. And I also, it's a little up in the air whether we're going to be able to do the November show down in Newark, California. Apparently, the hall is not sure the governor is going to allow those kinds of events.
by November. So it is possible that we won't have any more shows this year. But I have already scheduled the shows for 2021 in Newark, and we will be contacting the Portland Hall to schedule the 2021 Portland show as well. You can check PhotoFair.com for all the latest updates. As of now, both the Portland show in September and the Newark show in November of this year are tentatively a go. So we will keep you posted as things progress. Until the next video, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next show or right back here on YouTube.